In the days following Diana's death, a tidal wave of emotion swept across Britain and the world, triggering one of the most difficult periods in the history of the royal family. Royal commentator Duncan Larcombe has said mistakes were made in the first few days following Princess Diana's untimely death in the early hours of Sunday, August 31, 1997. While nobody could have foreseen the scale or the intensity of the public reaction, Diana's sons, Princes William and Harry, found the response was bewildering, with the Prince of Wales later admitting he found the public's grief very peculiar, especially as he and Harry, themselves in a state of shock, felt obliged not to cry. Hello and welcome to Royal Scandal. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss out on any news updates. Both princes have since questioned the decision to make them walk behind their mother's coffin at her funeral, with William saying it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Speaking to OK, Duncan said, "You look back at that period and in those first few days, mistakes were definitely made." Harry agreed that it was too much for someone so young, saying, "I don't think it would happen today." In addition to the public's grief, there was anger at the paparazzi for the part they had played in the crash that killed her, but also at the Queen for her failure to react to the shocking news. People were crying out for a statement, some words of comfort from Her Majesty, but none came. "Speak to us, ma'am," cried the Daily Mirror's front page, after 4 days of royal silence. Her decision to remain at Balmoral, the Scottish royal residence, with the rest of the family, also enraged Diana's fans. Why, it was asked, hadn't she returned to London where thousands had already flocked to grieve? And why did it take several days for her to agree to lower the Union Jack flag at Buckingham Palace, in acknowledgement of the princess's passing? The Queen got it wrong, but it was because she wanted to protect William and Harry, says Duncan. She didn't want her grandchildren to be exposed to what was happening outside Kensington Palace. William and Harry have since defended her actions, explaining that it was a very hard decision for her to make. William said, "At the time, my grandmother wanted to protect her 2 grandsons, and my father as well. Diana had been a fixture in our lives for more than 15 years, her every move fed into our homes on TV and in newspapers. Many of us felt like we knew her. We were dealing with the death of the people's princess," adds Duncan. Diana was genuinely adored by large swathes of the public, despite being a very divisive figure among royalists. The Queen made up for her mistake in the aftermath of Princess Diana's death by bowing at the princess' funeral. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.